Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Lojak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. You come to sportsbookreview.com. Hashtag AskSBR. This is the college basketball show for Thursday, February 9th. Every Thursday, of course, we're joined by Jeff from BMOCWins.com. And we got a 50-game slate of It was 50-game slate of games tonight, and I was only able to take a look at a few of them. But
broke the hell down out of that shit. Remember that one?
Yep. I think I do have a few leans out of the few games that I was looking at that I'm liking and willing to give. Mike Brenner, how are you looking at this card? Do you think you got anything for us?
I've got two calls.
Two calls?
Two picks on it. And
Jeff from BMOCWins.com, are you going to have any picks for us today?
Yeah, I got two myself.
All right. Okay.
Fantastic.
So let's start off as we always do with the marquee games.
Let's start off by saying good morning. Jesus, you walk in, you don't even say good morning or nothing. I mean, come on,
yes,
coffee.
Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to Mike Brenner. Good morning to Jeff from BMOCWins.com.
There we go.
We got Duke and UNC, and this one I did not have time to break down. But
where's that javelin?
Yeah, Duke is a 2 or 2.5 point favorite right now. I'm staying off this one. Mike Brenner, do you have an opinion on this one?
I'm far
staying
off
it
as I can get. Yeah, I really am. But boys, I'll tell you, Florida State last night, they're starting to look good at home again.
Juggernaut. And Jeff from BMOCWins.com, Duke and UNC. You have anything to say about that one?
I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It'll be a great game to watch, as always. But
there you go.
I actually think Duke will win and cover. Just kind of a feel for me. I think they're going to go on a little run here now that Coach K is back. But, yeah, it's a tough one. North Carolina, I need to see a little bit more out of them from the defensive end.
Right.
We'll see. Should be a great game to watch.
All right, and then the big one, the big Pac-12 matchup. Maybe you guys have picks on this one. Oregon against UCLA, and Oregon, of course, coming off of the massively impressive blowout win over Arizona. UCLA has been overvalued in conference play, as we've noted many times in these shows and other shows. They have issues on the defensive end, and now Oregon getting kind of an interesting 4.5 or 5 points. Mike Brenner, is this one of your picks?
Man, I'll tell you, it's not, but it may be. I'm hoping that one of you guys have something to say about this because – Oregon, they pounded Arizona, and last night, Arizona had trouble holding its own, in another game. But UCLA is that team we all know, and where defense is optional at times. And I'm dying to hear what Big Man's got to say. I'm wondering if he's got a call on it. But for me, as of right now, stands
Big Man, what do you think? UCLA has been overvalued, and Oregon off of an eye-opening win. What do you think?
Yeah, this actually is going to be one of my plays that I'm going to give out. I'm going to go with UCLA in this game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're going with them, Big Man. And I mean that. You've got a great feel for them, so this is telling me I might be missing something. I might need to jump on here.
There's a couple of things I'm looking at, guys. Obviously, Oregon, they're not going to duplicate what they did in the last game. And I'm always one to go against that team in the next game. And again, this is a big one. You got to go on the road to a team that you beat on a last-second shot in your house. Now you got to go on the road and play them. We got to remember, UCLA, 97 points per game at home, 55% for the field. I mean, we're on the middle of February, and they're still shooting 55% at home this year. Look, Oregon's done everything. They've been great in conference. They have plenty of guys that can go the whole way. But I just think in off this first game, I think UCLA is going to have a lot to prove in this one. I think the people are starting to, like us, we're starting to not believe in UCLA. The pundits are starting to think maybe this is the same old UCLA team. Look, at the end of the day, they play a lot better at home defensively for what it's worth. I know they're not great defensively, but again, I think the public's going to be all over that 5 points, grabbing it, saying this is going to be a close game. But we look at a lot of the games similar that were lined like this, some of the games in the Big 12, They were kind of too good to be true. The teams ended up winning by 10 or more. I just think UCLA, this is the game that vaults them back into discussion. They have guys that can score from everywhere on the court. And listen, I mean, I got to think Lonzo Ball is going to want to come out and kind of show off tonight. I mean, for a team that shoots 55%, I'm going to go with them here. I love Oregon. I just think this is one where they get revenge here.
All right, that's a ballsy play. 4.5 or 5 is the line. -4.5,
but what a breakdown. What a breakdown, though. He touched on everything. Good stuff there, Big Man. And I think also Lonzo Ball's definitely going to want to take this opportunity on the big stage. It is a huge game. And one thing I did not consider, because I didn't go deep enough on it, is that damn revenge factor. All right? They beat them on their floor at home, Oregon did. You damn sure straight Alfred's going to have these guys ready for this game. That's one I want to look into. Great breakdown, Big Man. Thank you for that.
All right, and now we got our usual pair of games involving Gonzaga and St. Mary's, and both of them huge favorites. This time Gonzaga -18 at Loyola, Maryland, and St. Mary's -23 at home against Portland. Do either of you have a pick on this one? I'll start with you, Mike Brenner.
I'm kind of torn between two lovers, as they used to say. All right, the Zags at LMU, man. I'm pulling the trigger on the first half. I know it's going to be 8.5, maybe 9.
On what?
On the first half, Zags.
On the first
Absolutely.
half for Gonzaga. Let's see. It might be a little bit. Let's see. Gonzaga, it's going to be, if you want it, it's going to be 10.5 or
10
11.
and a half for the half? No.
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell
Okay.
no. Hell no. So I'm way off of that one. I didn't think it would be anything past 9. That's a lot. That's a big number. And again, they didn't prove me wrong. I just sat off last time, but they held up their number 1 ranking, in very nice style. They got it done. So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, Gonzaga is now, they continue to cover even the big spreads. They're now 16-4-1 ATS on the year. They just recently covered a 21-point spread against Santa Clara by double digits on the road. They're 5-1-1. I don't know. I'm going to stay off this one officially as far as the show is concerned, but maybe later on I'll have an opinion. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not going to be on this game, but listen, I'm not looking to bet Loyola Marymount here, if that's what you're asking. I mean, first game, 93-55. I mean, look, how many times does Gonzaga have to win by 30 or 40 before we say, we're just not going to bet them? I mean, it's just, I don't know that I want to step in front of them here. I mean, they've covered 4 or 5 against LMU.
Jesus, he's going to talk me right on to that first half. I love this.
I mean, there's just there's no one that's going to beat Gonzaga in the regular season. I don't see it. Maybe Saturday, but look, they made mincemeat of St. Mary's, so I don't think it matters. I don't know. The value's gone. I would probably bet Gonzaga here, but I don't.
What's the line? What's the best shop line?
For the game,
Yeah.
it's about 18. Let's see.
Right.
It's about 18. Yeah, it's 18
All right,
across
you know
the board.
what? I'm pulling the trigger, baby.
Right.
Give me the 18.
All right,
Hell with the
okay.
first half.
Minus 18, minus 108.
Big man, I love you.
Minus
That was
18,
beautiful.
minus 108.
That's that confirmation. Sometimes it takes just that nod from somebody respecting the business. For real,
sure. I mean, for me, it would be Gonzaga or nothing for sure. I just have to give it
like Big Man said, how many times does this team have to win by 31?
I have to give it a second or third thought just before I would pull the trigger on it. But and then you have St. Mary's minus 23 against Portland. That line's gone down a little bit.
That's why I got to stay off of.
Portland is open to 24. Now it's down to 23. Big man, what do you think about that? The underdog here, maybe?
If you remember last time they played, Mike, I'm pretty sure you were on St. Mary's in the first half. They were up 37-9.
Yeah, I was, and I waited a couple weeks. I mean, a couple games until they regrouped, and they came out and showed a defensive stance I had not seen from that team.
Well, the last time they played St. Mary's, it's one of those basketball games that you rarely see. St. Mary's actually more than doubled Portland's score.
Yeah, yes. What's going on
this
with
Portland team? I mean, they're bad, especially with their best player. He went out a couple weeks ago. They've just been lost. I mean, they're only scoring 56.5 points a game over the last 5. Really been struggling. I don't know, guys, though. I said it again and again. I just don't like St. Mary's games just because of the slow tempo that they play with. This is a large number. I mean,
it is.
14, 15, okay, but 23.
A large number, and it makes you wonder if they may just look at that last performance when they did shut them down like 37-9 at halftime and go, okay, these guys are nothing. They may overlook this team. This team may be pissed off. I got to stay the hell off of that.
All right, so let's go to our picks. The other picks that we're going to give. Jeff from BMOCWins.com, you've already given us UCLA. What else would you like to share with us?
I'm going to go with Belmont minus 4.5 at Jacksonville State. Again, this is kind of one of those spots where I would probably prototypically take the underdog in this game. It's hard to beat a team twice in a season, but I mean, this Belmont team's really flown under the radar. I mean, they're always a team that gets into the tournament, but I think we got to look at what they've done this year in conference. They've been a total freight train, 11-0 straight up, won 9 by double digits and covered 8 of 11. They've just really been on point. 52% this year against conference opponents. Defensively, they've been fantastic. And they're hitting their free throws, 77%. The one thing Jacksonville State does, if you've never seen them, they shoot the 3-ball, 8th in the country in 3-point percentage. Belmont, 12th in the country at defending the 3 in the first meeting, won by 17, held them to 19% from the 3-point line. I just think if they can duplicate similar numbers, they're not going to hold them to 19%, but if they can neutralize them, keep them in similar numbers, I'm not looking to jump in front of Belmont right now. They're similar to what, not on the same level nationally, but Belmont has owned this division and conference similar to the way Gonzaga's done in the West Coast Conference. Belmont, a team you want to look out for. Very hard, play hard, well coached. Their coach has been there, Mike, for 40 years. That's pretty unbelievable. You don't see that too often. I think Belmont gets a nice road win here. They've been beating everyone no matter where it is, whether it's home or away. I like Belmont tonight.
All right, 4.5.
Pull that trigger, big man.
All right, 4.5 minus 110. And Mike Brenner, what do you have for us?
Okay, buddy. I love this one, too. I'm going to take Southern Meth, all right? Southern Methodist is at Temple. Temple's just a damn dumpster fire, as his big man would say. I'm telling you, this team's quietly won 16 of 17 games, and they're under the radar, and I think they like it that way. I believe the first half's going to be about -3. I really think they're going to have the advantage on this. I'm jumping on that first half and the full game, baby.
All right, the first half is 3.5, minus 110, and the full game is now 6.5, minus 106.
Okay, what's your thoughts on that?
I didn't have a chance to look at that. SMU definitely has been great and covering for sure.
Let me ask Big Man, what's your thoughts on that, buddy? We spoke about Temple the other day. What's your thoughts on SMU quietly getting it done?
Yeah, I've definitely talked about Temple. I've been very down on this team. They've been very inconsistent. But Mike, I just want to point out, they seem like they beat a ranked opponent every year. No matter what the way they're playing goes out the window. SMU, I love, very good. But you got to remember, they have a game on the horizon against Cincinnati on Saturday, I believe. Mike, I got to tell you, I think Temple somehow finds a way to upset SMU. It's just a feeling. I'm not going to bet on it. Every year they do it, they're down. Maybe they're right for the picking here. I don't know. But listen, SMU's been fantastic.
Yeah. They've been Gonzaga-esque ATS-wise. They're 14-4 ATS on the year, just covering game in and game out.
That's why I'm going to roll the dice, and I just think they're going to be well coached enough to say, hey, guys, we can't overlook this one because we got a big one Saturday, but we need to go into Saturday with some momentum, with an edge, and with this thing clicking like it's been clicking.
They're giving off 58 points a game. They should be just fine here.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a little
feeling good about it. I just got a feeling that something says they find this as an opportunity to show what they've been doing to get to this point, going in against that big game against Cincinnati. And you better look out against that team. That could be a little upset on the making.
All right, is that it for you, Mike Brenner?
That's it for me, Bubba.
All right, I got a bunch of picks that I think I'm going to give, and I only got to crunch about 20% of this
what
card,
happened?
but I've
Where
already
was the
got
breakdown.
Oh, I just went to sleep.
What?
And now, okay, so the first one I'm going to think about is Winthrop and
Peter, you sleep? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I called him the Pete-nator for a while. I could have swore they unscrewed a metal plate, big man, and they plugged him in every night.
Okay, so Winthrop +5 against UNC Asheville. I actually got 5.5 on the overnight. Obviously, these two teams are the top two teams in their conference, and they already played once. It was Winthrop won, but it was at Winthrop. Relatively close game. I'm thinking 5 a little bit too many. Right. I guess you didn't look into that one, did you, big man? Or
shit.
These are two teams that always in the Big South make noise.
Yeah.
Look, the Eagles are always tough out. I mean, no matter who they play. Yeah, look, those games always come down to the wire. Peter, you've had a good read on like the Campbell and those kind of teams. Same conference here. I like it. I think Winthrop could win this one outright. Always a good bet, the Eagles.
Yeah. All right, then the next one I'm going to take is Fairfield on the first half. They're coming off of a loss and a quick turnaround, and Marist is a team that Fairfield has done very well against the dregs of the middle of the MAAC this year, and I think that it's probably a good bet that Fairfield comes out pretty strong. What do you think of that one, big man?
Yeah, they should come out strong. The line is definitely pretty short here.
Yeah,
I thought so.
This is an eye opener here. You got to remember, guys. Fairfield gives up 80 points a game on the road. So don't be surprised to see Maris cover this game, full game.
Hey, guys, I just thought of something because we weren't in yesterday. I'll be damned if Tuesday wasn't another one of those. That could be a freaking trap. You better look out. Remember that game? Remember that game, guys?
We talked about that yesterday, Peter and I. I mean, Penn State, there were Michigan State. There were a ton of them.
Remember, what was the big one that was in Penn? It was Penn State, wasn't it?
Yep. All right. So and then one other game that I'm sorry?
It was Texas, Iowa State, too.
That's what it was, yeah.
And then the other game that I was looking at, which was actually the one that I was liking the most, that has moved against me, so I'm not sure what that indicates. It's Towson at home against Hofstra. I liked them on the overnight at 5.5. Now it's down to a 4.5. Hofstra's been bad ATS. Towson has also lost 3 in a row, but before that they've been winning. Towson already beat Hofstra pretty handily this season, and I'm going to take them first half and the full game. I'm not sure why the line is moved.
Pull that trigger pistol.
I'm not sure why the line is moved against me. I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more, but I'm willing to give both of them now. Big man, did you look into that at all?
Hofstra's been a go against me.
Yeah.
One of which they've been awful ATS, and their best player, Rokas Gustas. He's been out for a while, big rebounder, one of the best in the country. Yeah, Hofstra stinks. Towson, I don't know. I mean, I don't really like laying points with them, but I guess I would here. Hofstra's been a total mess defensively. So, yeah, Towson should be able to get the job done here.
Hey, guys, it just hit me. I know I'm getting old, but my memory's not that shot. The damn game I'm talking about was Maryland. Mm-hmm. They got their asses handed to them.
Yeah,
handed to them, was never even in it start to finish. Mello who? What the hell was that all about?
That's right. That was
well, Mike. You have to. I mean, they're not going to win every game.
No, I know, but that was a fashion that you cannot afford to get your ass handed to you like that, big man. I'm sorry, but I think coaching's got to step up there. I know that spot comes up every year, all right, but that's what separates the men from the boys in this shit. And seriously, all of us, and you two started it and said there's something wrong there. I'm staying off. What I was getting at is the plot of the whole story is when you two get that feeling together, man, that thing is damn near just 100% consistent.
All right, and another game I was thinking about, maybe Charleston against Northeastern. You know, Northeastern has started to lose ATS, and Charleston definitely they've covered 3 in a row. Northeastern has actually lost 6 out of the last 7. Charleston can easily get these kinds of margin wins over teams like Northeastern. The line has also moved down, which concerns me, but I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on that one. Jeff from BMOCWins.com, what's your take on that one?
Yeah, Charleston's been on fire, man, all year. I mean, especially over the last 5, covered 4 or 5. The big thing for me, Northeastern has T.J. Williams, their best player. If he doesn't play tonight, I would definitely back Charleston. Charleston, a very, very good defensive team, always going to bring it on that end. And, at home, 10-3, haven't been great against the spread, but I think they can get it done here. They should win by double digits.
Yeah, here. I'm not going to be phased by the line move. I will take Charleston.
Stick to it, buddy.
-7 is at the Chris books, and the first half -3.5, and that's it for me. I only capped again about 20% of the card, but I already came up with a bunch of picks, and maybe I'll tweet out some other picks that I'm liking.
My Twitter followers let me know last night that you stepped it up and you put some tweets out last night.
Oh, so. I put one tweet out that actually the Oklahoma one lost, didn't it?
Well, they're just glad to see you active on Twitter, Pete.
I had one second half that was a great call that covered by a mile, and I only put it out because I knew that I loved it. And then I also tweet out the second one that I thought was a good bet, but I think it was I tweeted out Oklahoma on the second half +4, but I think that one lost, didn't it? Or did it? I'm gonna have to go check. I'm gonna have to go check it.
Closer, do you think?
Yeah, it was close, but I
like it. I'm glad you're stepping up.
I'm trying to tweet out whenever I have a pick that I'm willing to go down with, because I don't if you make a bad bet and you lose on it and you lose money, that's fine. But when you tweet it out and everyone sees it and other people tail it, it's like the bar is higher for that. But
that's what happens. Big man, you do some tweeting, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and let our viewers know, what's your tweet handle? Is it at Jeff Nadeau?
Yep, at Jeff Nadeau. You can find me there. All the goings on in my life. Hey, Mike, I tell you what I'd like to see from you. I'd like to see a boxing match between you and Charles Oakley. I think that would be quite the spectacle after last night. I think you that'd be an interesting fight, don't you think?
Well, all of a sudden he's thrown me in the ring with Charles Oakley. Are we the same? I guess we're about the same age.
A media visionary, Jeff from BMOCWins.com. All right, guys, that does it for Thursday, February 9th, and I guess Mike and I will be back for the very small card tomorrow on Friday, and also, of course, Mike's early looks at the Saturday college basketball cards. We're in the heart of the college basketball season. I'm loving it. Jeff from BMOCWins.com. Thanks so much as always, and we'll talk to you again very shortly.
Hey, big man, always it's an honor doing work with you. Do us a favor though, give a well-deserved plug for your website.
You can find me thank you, Mike. Thank you, Peter. You can find me at BMOCWins.com. Coming over and take a look at what I'm doing. I've been doing a lot of good stuff in SBR. We got all sorts of good stuff going on. Find me Saturday with the Bread Man. We're doing Saturday Sleepers. I'll be on next week with Peter and Mike. We got baseball coming up too, guys. Don't forget, start getting your studying for baseball. We got pitchers and catchers reporting in a matter of days. So come on over and find me at BMOCWins.com.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.